Celebrity snooping. We're learning new details about that bizarre break-in at the home of the surrogate mother for actress Sarah Jessica Parker. Believe it or not, 2 Ohio police chiefs have been charged and could face more than a decade in prison. ABC's Andrea Canning has more.
Sarah Jessica Parker is no stranger to the prying eyes of the paparazzi. But the most recent invasion on her family's privacy wasn't against her, but the surrogate who carried her twin girls. Parker expressed her disgust to Access Hollywood.
The most unsavory things have been done. I mean, she's, had her phone hacked, her personal computer information hacked.
And shockingly, the most flagrant violation may have been made by law enforcement. 2 Ohio police chiefs were arraigned Friday, charged with breaking into the home of surrogate Michelle Ross with the hope of selling her personal information to the tabloids. Ironically, it was the paparazzi who blew the whistle. They say when the chiefs allegedly approached them to sell the information, they tipped off the surrogate, who went to the state authorities. The battle for gossip has reached new heights. Just last week, ESPN correspondent Erin Andrews called 911 to report lurking paparazzi outside her home. She's now a tabloid target after someone posted video of her in a hotel room on the internet. When Farrah Fawcett was diagnosed with cancer, a hospital worker sold her medical records for more than $4,600. Fawcett was so fed up, she set up a sting. With America's insatiable appetite for gossip at any cost, Sarah Jessica Parker is now focusing inward, away from the public eye, on her newly expanded family. For Good Morning America, Andrea Canning, ABC News, New York.
And we turn now to a GMA exclusive with Harrison County prosecuting attorney Sean Hervey. He's bringing the charges against those 2 police chiefs. Sean, first of all, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. Have you been in touch with Sarah Jessica Parker and her husband Matthew Broderick about the case?
No, we haven't. We try to respect people's privacy, and that's really a lot about what this case is about.
We heard some of the details, Sean. Fill in some of them more if you can for us. Who actually is alleged to have broken into the home of the surrogate?
What we have here is an allegation that 3 gentlemen, a Bruce Kalarick, a Chad Dojak, and a Barry Carpenter, conspired to break into the house of Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick's surrogate mother. It is alleged that Kalarick was the person who owned the hotel where the photographer stayed, that Dojak was the contact person with Carpenter, who was the chief of police where the surrogate mother lived, and that Chief Carpenter is actually the person who entered the home.
Was he on duty at the time?
We believe he was.
What is he saying?
Well, it's my understanding through his attorney that he wants to fight these charges, and I expect this matter to go to trial.
We heard in the report right before you that the surrogate, they were talking about her phone being tapped, her computer being hacked. Any truth to that? And did these police chiefs have anything to do with that?
That is not part of our case, Robin. We do have one of the officers, Mr. Carpenter, charged with using a computer system in order to gain information, but it wasn't any of her personal effects.
Did these police officers, did they come up with the plan on their own? Were they approached by the paparazzi and photographers? I mean, exactly what went down, allegedly?
What I'm able to tell you, and of course I can't give too many details without jeopardizing a fair trial, is that photographers were staying at the hotel of Chief Dojak's father-in-law, and that they approached the father-in-law for information, and he set him up with the 2 police chiefs.
And these 2 police chiefs, one is still actively on duty?
That's my understanding. Up until we had the arraignments on Friday, they were both on duty. It had been about a 2-month investigative process. It is my understanding now that there are proceedings against at least one of them for removal from the job while these charges are pending.
And what more can you tell us about these 2 men and how the community is reacting?
There's a lot of shock in the community and a little bit of embarrassment. Anytime someone's sworn to uphold the law, it's always disappointing when there's allegations that they have failed to keep up with those oaths.
Any chance for any kind of any deal, or do you believe, as you said, that it will go to court?
It's early in the process, but I think with the gravity of the charges that it's going to be difficult for either side to give a whole lot, so I expect this matter to go to trial.
If you do go to court, do you believe you have a strong case?
Well, Robin, anytime we charge a person, we believe we can convict him of that crime, so yes, ma'am.
Well, Sean Hervey, thank you very much. We appreciate your time this morning and your insight.
Thank you.
Let us know what you think at abcnews.com.